In a world filled with expectations, societal norms, and the influence of others, it can be challenging to navigate the path to authenticity. We are often bombarded with messages about who we should be, what we should do, and how we should live our lives. These pressures can come from family, friends, society, and even ourselves. The pursuit of a life true to oneself rather than a life shaped by the expectations of others is a journey fraught with challenges, but ultimately filled with profound rewards. This essay delves into the importance of living authentically, the obstacles that can arise, and the transformative power of embracing one's true self. From a young age, we are conditioned to conform to societal norms and expectations. These expectations can manifest in various forms, such as pursuing a certain career path, adhering to cultural or familial traditions, or striving to meet societal standards of success and beauty. While some of these expectations can provide guidance and structure, they can also become burdensome when they conflict with our true desires and values. Consider the story of Sarah, a young woman who grew up in a family of doctors. From a young age, she was encouraged to follow in her parents' footsteps and pursue a career in medicine. However, Sarah's true passion was art. She loved painting and dreamed of becoming an artist. Despite her parents' insistence on a more practical career, Sarah chose to follow her passion and enrolled in an art school. The decision was not easy, and she faced criticism and disappointment from her family. But Sarah knew that she had to live her life according to her own terms, not those dictated by others. Sarah's story illustrates the struggle many people face when trying to live authentically. The pressure to conform to others' expectations can be overwhelming, leading to a life that feels inauthentic and unfulfilling. It takes courage to break free from these expectations and pursue a path that aligns with one's true self. Living a life true to oneself means embracing authenticity. Authenticity is the quality of being genuine, true to one's own personality, values, and spirit. It involves being honest with oneself and others, even when it means going against the grain or facing criticism. The quest for authenticity begins with self-awareness. To live authentically, one must first understand who they are at their core. This requires introspection and reflection, a willingness to explore one's values, beliefs, and desires. It means asking difficult questions. What do I truly want in life? What are my core values? What brings me joy and fulfillment? These questions are not always easy to answer, and the answers may change over time. However, the process of self-discovery is essential to living a life that is true to oneself. Once we have a clear understanding of our true selves, the next step is to align our actions with our values and desires. This can be challenging, especially when it means making decisions that others may not understand or approve of. It may involve taking risks, making sacrifices, or walking away from situations that no longer serve us. But living authentically requires the courage to make choices that honor our true selves, even in the face of adversity. Living a life that is not true to oneself can have significant emotional and psychological consequences. When we conform to the expectations of others, we may experience feelings of emptiness, dissatisfaction, and a lack of purpose. We may find ourselves living a life that feels like a facade, disconnected from our true desires and passions. Inauthenticity can also lead to burnout and stress. When we constantly strive to meet the expectations of others, we may neglect our own needs and well-being. This can result in physical and emotional exhaustion, as we expend energy trying to maintain an image that is not true to who we are. Over time, this can take a toll on our mental and physical health. Furthermore, living inauthentically can strain our relationships. When we are not true to ourselves, we may attract people who are not aligned with our values and desires. This can lead to superficial relationships that lack depth and genuine connection. On the other hand, when we live authentically, we attract people who appreciate and accept us for who we truly are. These authentic connections are more likely to be fulfilling and meaningful. Living authentically requires courage. It means being willing to stand up for oneself, even when it means going against the expectations of others. it means being vulnerable, sharing one's true thoughts and feelings, and risking rejection or criticism. But it also means experiencing the freedom and fulfillment that comes from living a life that is true to oneself. The journey to authenticity is not a one-time event, but an ongoing process. It involves continually checking in with oneself, reassessing one's values and desires, and making adjustments as needed. It means being open to growth and change, and being willing to let go of what no longer serves us. One of the key aspects of living authentically is setting boundaries. Boundaries are essential for protecting our well-being and ensuring that we live in alignment with our values. They involve saying no to things that do not resonate with us, and yes to things that do. Setting boundaries can be challenging, especially when it means disappointing others or facing conflict. However, it is a crucial aspect of living a life that is true to oneself. As we navigate the journey to authenticity, it is important to practice self-compassion. Self-compassion involves treating oneself with kindness and understanding, especially in moments of struggle or failure. It means acknowledging that we are human, that we make mistakes, and that it is okay to be imperfect. Self-compassion is especially important when facing criticism or rejection from others. When we choose to live authentically, we may encounter resistance or judgment from those who do not understand or support our choices. It is important to remember that their opinions do not define our worth or value. Practicing self-compassion allows us to stay true to ourselves and navigate these challenges with grace and resilience. While the journey to authenticity can be challenging, the rewards are profound. Living a life true to oneself brings a deep sense of fulfillment and joy. It allows us to fully express ourselves, pursue our passions, and create a life that is meaningful and purposeful. When we live authentically, we experience a sense of alignment between our inner selves and our outer actions. This alignment brings a sense of peace and contentment, as we are no longer trying to be someone we are not. Authentic living also fosters genuine connections with others. When we are true to ourselves, we attract people who resonate with our values and appreciate us for who we are. These authentic connections are more likely to be deep and meaningful, providing a strong foundation for lasting relationships. Furthermore, living authentically allows us to make a positive impact in the world. When we are true to ourselves, we are more likely to pursue our passions and use our unique gifts and talents to contribute to the greater good. Whether through our careers, hobbies, or personal relationships, living authentically enables us to make a difference in the lives of others. The journey to authenticity is not a linear path, but a dynamic and evolving process. It requires ongoing self-reflection, a willingness to grow and change, and the courage to make choices that align with our true selves. It is a journey that requires patience, perseverance, and a commitment to living in accordance with our values. One of the key steps in this journey is self-acceptance. Self-acceptance involves embracing all aspects of ourselves, including our strengths, weaknesses, and imperfections. It means recognizing that we are worthy of love and respect just as we are, without needing to conform to the expectations of others. Self-acceptance is the foundation of authentic living, as it allows us to be true to ourselves without fear of judgment or rejection. Another important aspect of the journey to authenticity is self-discovery. Self-discovery involves exploring our passions, interests, and values, and understanding what truly matters to us. It means asking ourselves meaningful questions and being open to new experiences and perspectives. Through self-discovery, we gain a deeper understanding of who we are and what we want in life. The journey to authenticity also involves taking risks and stepping out of our comfort zones. It means being willing to challenge the status quo, question societal norms, and make choices that may be unconventional or unpopular. This requires courage and resilience, as it can be difficult to go against the expectations of others. However, it is through these risks that we find our true selves and create a life that is authentic and fulfilling. Living authentically not only benefits the individual, but also has a positive impact on society as a whole. When we are true to ourselves, we inspire others to do the same. Authenticity is contagious, and our willingness to live authentically can encourage others to embrace their true selves and pursue their passions. Moreover, authentic living fosters a culture of acceptance and diversity. When we embrace our own uniqueness, we are more likely to appreciate and celebrate the differences in others. This creates an environment where people feel safe to express themselves and share their unique perspectives. In a world that is often divided by differences, authenticity can be a powerful force for unity and understanding. Authentic living also contributes to personal and collective well-being. When individuals are true to themselves, they are more likely to experience happiness and fulfillment. This, in turn, leads to healthier relationships, stronger communities, and a more compassionate and empathetic society. By living authentically, we contribute to a world where people are valued for who they are, not for who they are expected to be. One of the biggest obstacles to living authentically is fear. Fear of judgment, rejection, and failure can prevent us from being true to ourselves and pursuing our passions. However, it is important to recognize that fear is a natural part of the human experience and that it can be overcome. Overcoming the fear of authenticity requires courage and a willingness to take risks. It means facing our fears head-on and challenging the limiting beliefs that hold us back. It also means being kind to ourselves and recognizing that it is okay to make mistakes and experience setbacks. One way to overcome the fear of authenticity is to seek support from others. Surrounding ourselves with supportive and like-minded individuals can provide us with the encouragement and validation we need to live authentically. It can also be helpful to seek guidance from mentors, therapists, or coaches who can offer valuable insights and support. Another important aspect of overcoming fear is to focus on the positive aspects of living authentically. While it can be challenging to go against the expectations of others, the rewards of authenticity far outweigh the risks. By staying true to ourselves, we experience a sense of freedom, joy, and fulfillment that is unparalleled. The legacy we leave behind is shaped by the choices we make and the way we live our lives. Living authentically allows us to create a legacy that is true to who we are and reflective of our values. It enables us to make a positive impact in the lives of others and contribute to a better world. As we navigate the journey to authenticity, it is important to remember that our choices and actions have a ripple effect. By living authentically, we inspire others to do the same. We create a legacy of courage, resilience, and compassion that can continue to influence and inspire future generations. Ultimately, the greatest gift we can give to ourselves and others is the gift of authenticity. By living a life true to ourselves, we honor our unique gifts and talents, create meaningful connections, and contribute to a world where people are valued for who they are. It is a journey that requires courage, commitment, and self-compassion, but it is a journey that is worth taking. Living a life true to oneself is a journey of self-discovery, growth, and empowerment. It involves embracing our true selves, setting boundaries, and making choices that align with our values and desires. It requires courage to go against the expectations of others and the resilience to overcome the challenges that may arise. While the journey to authenticity can be challenging, the rewards are profound. Living authentically brings a deep sense of fulfillment, joy, and peace. It allows us to fully express ourselves, pursue our passions, and create a life that is meaningful and purposeful. It also fosters genuine connections with others and contributes to a more compassionate and empathetic society. As we navigate the complexities of life, let us remember the importance of living a life true to ourselves. Let us embrace our unique gifts and talents, honor our values, and make choices that reflect our true selves. Let us create a legacy of authenticity, courage, and compassion that will inspire future generations to do the same. For in the end, the most meaningful life is one that is lived authentically and true to oneself.